Hey guys, so we are back at the Verscho's house, and I promised you that we would go through those two cupboards that John has filled to the brims with vintage or retro. What do we say? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Vintage and antique.
Vintage and antique Christmas specific items. So we will go through those in this video. If that's something you're interested in, please stay tuned and watch, and leave a comment down below so that we can chat with you guys. If you have any questions, I will answer them, and I will ask John so I can get the correct information. So let's get started. So at the house here, they have these pillows that actually light up. I've never seen this before. I think it's so fun. They have canvases that are like this that you can hang up, but they have pillows. There you go, light up pillows. Who would have thought? Only the Verscho's would have them. Okay, so we have John here, the owner of the home who you saw in the last video.
Hello. He
is going to show us, he's gonna give us the VIP tour of his cabinet. So John, please do the honors and let us in. We are so excited.
Well, Merry Christmas to all of you. And this is a Christmas collection that I've been working on for many years, shelf by shelf. This is an example of a putz house. That would be Japanese, late 40s and 1950s, perhaps even into the 60s. Here's another example of a putz house. These would have been sold at the 5 and 10s or dime stores back in the day, and maybe would have gone for 25 cents.
25 cents?
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm a little short, so it's a little hard to get up here, but...
There's a box, an original box of Noma bubble lights.
Very cool. How much would that have cost back in the day?
I would have thought maybe $5 or $6.
Oof,
Noma stands for National Outfit Manufacturers Association, where we call a string of lights. Back in the day, they called it an outfit instead of a string. Going on to this.
You also have a Noma box on the right here.
I do, yes. I do have a Noma box. That would have been for the replacement bulbs. Up at the very top, these are German, and that's called spun cotton ornaments. Wow. The orange, the turnip, and the pear. We are getting a step stool, you guys, because I got some short girl problems right now. My shoulders are hurting while he's pointing.
And now we're heading down to the next row.
The next level, okay. There's two Lebkuchen cookies.
Oh yes.
German ornaments there. 3 of them actually. These are what are called pine cone elves. Some of them Japanese, some of them German.
Oh my gosh.
Probably 1950s. The little faces and personalities are wonderful.
What do you think my 2 favorites are?
The guy in blue.
He's cute.
And maybe the little snowman.
You got one right, snowman and that pretty little angel back there.
Oh, cool. This is a neat piece. That would have been from a dime store. Santa's candy flyer.
Oh, yeah.
With the original box. And, of course, probably lollipops would have been in that part.
I love branding. Boxes. Always keep your boxes, people. It's so important. You taught me that.
I taught you that. And a little religious card there showing the Christ child. Because it's most important to me that Christmas is about the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ.
What about this little deer right here?
Isn't that fabulous?
Yes.
Velvet deer, probably Japanese.
So cute. What time period?
1950s.
Okay.
1950s or 60s. After World War II, a lot of Christmas ornaments were imported into the United States from Japan and Germany.
Look at all that. What about this stocking right here?
It's actually marked Occupied Japan velvet. That's a neat piece.
Really neat. Oh my gosh, look at the Donald Duck ornament. I never noticed that. Look at him.
Isn't that fun?
That's really fun. Little Disney for your Christmas.
Yeah. This is a neat old letter that I found on eBay. Wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And this would have been from a U.S. Army soldier to his girl back home. You can see a picture of the girl there by the tree.
To his sweet honey.
To his sweet honey. I believe it says, "All my love, Dan Bell," December 14th, 1944. So 2 days before the Battle of the Bulge. And then going up the middle, it says 82nd Engineering Company, one way to Berlin. So pretty historically important there, 2 days before that important battle.
Have we ever looked him up? I
No.
wonder if we should research him one day. See what his life became afterwards, or if he didn't survive the war. All right, let's go down to the 3rd level now.
Okay.
One of my favorite levels.
Look at this. This is painted on ivory in the late 1800s. Italian.
It's painted?
Yeah, painted,
Wow.
hand painted on ivory. The Blessed Mother Mary and the baby Jesus.
Very cool.
Have some examples here of Put's house, a Put's house with Santa in front.
What about these Scotch tapes right here? This is just some fun old school tape.
Old school tape. Isn't
Yeah,
that neat to see
really
what
cool.
people used to do?
I mean, they just really don't put any effort into it now, do they?
No, it's boring now.
Really cool. And then this is one of my favorite little guys, is this elf right here.
Yeah, that's probably 50s or 60s, maybe 70s. This is a great little piece, a little German snow baby.
Oh yeah, the snow babies. What year would you think this snow baby would be?
Early 1900s.
Wow.
Now this is a neat piece. This is a German Kugel.
Oh.
And it's really heavy glass.
Yeah.
Definitely
Looks
German.
heavy.
Early 1900s. Great piece that your father gave me.
Yes, I recognize this little Pinocchio guy.
Italian.
Very cool.
Easily 100 years old.
We have another cookie here. Italian, Shiny Bright. Tell us about the Shiny Bright company.
Shiny Bright Company, an American company, and holding in this box are what are called unsilvered ornaments. They don't have any of the silver glazing in them. It's just the clear colored glass, and those ornaments would have come out during World War II.
And they didn't have any silver because they used them for the war, right?
They something about the silvering that they used was used for the war effort.
Wow.
Exactly. Now this is a neat box. Edison was the one who invented the light bulb, and these are called Edison bulbs. And these are original Edison light bulbs, some of the first Christmas light bulbs. Very different
Wow.
looking. You see the little,
Yeah, the way they're shaped.
called the exhaust tip at the top, and they came in many colors. And these would have been some of the very first Christmas lights that you could hang on your tree or in the home. I would put these at the early 1900s, probably pre 1910.
And the old ones used to get really hot, right?
They got hot, yeah.
Yeah.
Know that before Christmas lights, people would hang candles on the tree, and here's an example of how you could do that. You could have this, you could hang this on the branch, and this clay weight would weight it down.
Oof, that is a hazard waiting to happen.
It could be a hazard.
I mean, he's really showing everyone. He's taking things out. He's really doing it up for the camera, you guys. This is his prized possession, so it's a real treat that we get the inside look here.
The original needs of the Christmas tree skirt was to catch the wax drippings from the candle.
That makes sense.
And also, father or mother would probably have a bucket of water by the tree in case the tree caught fire.
It's pretty smart.
Have to douse the
Good
tree.
thing
Yeah.
to think about. All right, what is this right here? These two, I guess. They're the same thing?
Little you could apply that little cone on top of a light bulb, and then you would balance this little wheel on top of that needle, and it would spin, and so you'd have mobility on your tree.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And this is my, I think he's my first favorite, and then the elf.
The elf.
So
yeah, Frosty.
Frosty.
Yep.
What time period is Frosty from?
I would say 50s or 60s.
I lean towards those decades.
He would have had. He has a little pack in the back. You got some candies in there, and tough to find these in good condition. Typically, the little pipe is missing.
But John's got one, so there you go. You get to see it. And then these would also hold the lights on the tree, right? The candles, I mean.
Exactly. Another method of clipping a candle onto a tree. These old these old clips. You'd clip that right onto the branch, and just like this mechanism, you'd slide the candle in, and you could put the clips anywhere on the branch that you want. So this is all
different styles,
pre-light bulb kind of stuff.
All right, let's go to the last row of the first cabinet.
Okay, well, let's see. A nice old box, Mazda lights, a very early National Mazda, very early makers of Christmas bulbs.
I personally own a Mazda, great quality.
These are some nice crystal stars.
Oh, these are nice,
bulbs.
John.
Aren't they beautiful?
I think I require some of these for my.
Require.
You can't put them on a tree though now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You
Everyone,
can?
they all work perfectly, and I put them on. I put them on most years.
Yep. I think I need some.
This is a nice old box from Woolworths.
Yeah.
With the light bulbs.
You got to tell them about Woolworths.
Yeah.
It was an old department store, right?
An old 5 and dime or an old dime store.
Was that nationwide or was that just
Nationwide.
Oh, okay.
I miss Woolworths.
Good quality fun.
Another example of a bubble light, Noma.
Yes.
Bubble lights. I love the picture of the cute little girl.
And they do make some more modern day versions of this, so it may look similar, but that doesn't mean that it's antique. It's kind of it's a duplicate basically of what used to be. You have to do your research and go in. If you really want an old one to display, you'll have to probably find it on eBay.
You know, now we put beautiful wrapping paper. Back in the day, the boxes would actually have the beautiful look, and so you could just put your present in the box. So this one, for example, has the look of ribbons and some holly from Gimbel Brothers, an old department store.
Oh, cool.
Here's another example of that, a little Christmas box that would have held a little present, again with poinsettias.
Yeah.
Wouldn't need any wrapping. The box itself was the attractive thing.
Should we go to the next?
All right, we'll go to the next.
Pew cabinet. Hope you guys are enjoying this. We're going to close the doors for this one, and we'll see you in the next one.
Are you ready to go into this new cabinet?
We're ready.
All right, let's do it. Oh, look at here, the tag. Greetings at Christmas to you from Jesus.
Beautiful.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Opening it up. These star flowers, 24 light set of star flowers. One of my favorite sets. They all work. They all work perfectly. I would think 1960s. For that, maybe early 70s. This is a neat piece. Late 1800s, early 1900s, German, all glass, and it would have been a little case of glass, and you'd put a candle inside, hang that on the tree, and then you get the reflection of
pretty.
Yellow, green, red. Here are two examples of unsilvered ornaments. Notice again, there's no silvering. You just see the clear glass or a little bit of colored glass. We know those to be from World War II time period, and these are also kind of neat. I'm thinking probably 50s, 60s, 70s, just little glistening pieces of metal to make your tree look fun.
Okay, so that is the first shelf. Now we're going down to the second shelf.
Started these clips.
Okay.
So here I've put a display of all different types of clips that you could apply to a branch of your tree, a small little candle. This used to be the way that you would light your tree. This is all, you know, before modern lighting. Here could be an example of a box where you'd get your candles from, your Christmas candles.
This one right here.
Yep.
More clips over here.
More clips over there.
Some beautiful icicles, aka tinsel, right?
AKA tinsel, yep.
More houses, those little guys, little elf guys.
This is a really neat little
oh, is that a Christmas tree stand?
A little Christmas tree stand.
Oh,
teeny,
cool.
teeny, tiny German. We start with some candle holders that you'd apply to your tree. Here's a probably a 60s or 70s light. What were they charging? $3.98. Hey, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Here's a very early light that you could apply as your tree topper. I have here another box of Christmas candles. I love the graphics on that box. Isn't that fun?
Really fun. Look at that. Ohio.
Here's a neat piece. This camel is called a Dresden. That is definitely German. I would say late 1800s, early 1900s. It's pressed cardboard, but look at the detail, look at the quality.
I also love the packaging on this Merry Christmas box.
I do too.
It's really cool.
That's a lot of fun. Here's some example of what are called Wonder Stars. These were lights, I think 30s or 40s, all different colors. It was Czechoslovakian crystal. and a little glass gem in the middle, and they are beautiful on the tree.
Really cool.
There's an original box, Wonder Star.
What about the Disney? They look like thimbles.
You could, those were light covers.
Oh,
Light
really
covers.
cool. Look at those. How fun.
Yeah. More examples of Matchless Star. Another German Kugel.
And this is the heavy one, right?
Heavy one, yeah. This is a neat one. Look at this. Ford Hopkins Drugstores, 1948, $1.19. Well, originally $1.79, I guess on sale for $1.19. Illuminated nativity set. And here's the little set with the pieces.
Oh, and that's what was in there?
That's what was in there.
Oh, nice. Really cool.
Really cool.
So we're going to head down to the last shelf. Thank you guys for sticking with us. I hope you guys have learned a lot. We're going to talk about this last one, and then we're going to wrap up the video.
This is a really early set of lights. Probably late 1920s. Notice that the tips of the bulbs have white on them. They're called snow tips. These are C6 bulbs, but they're snow tips. And the company making this set was Prop, and just a lovely set. But again, think of how different things are now, where you can buy 100, 200, 300 bulb sets. LED.
Or the LED, which is not my fave. They actually blind me quite a bit. And then what about these cute little birds down here?
I would think 60s, little lights, just little beautiful little plastic lights to light up the tree. This is a very early tree topper with the original box, Mazda.
Yep.
Mazda lamps.
The perfect finish for the top of your tree.
This is a pretty rare item. These bubble lights are called saucer. Instead of the traditional biscuit light, they were like flying saucers, but they only made them for 1 year in the late 1940s. I believe 1949. I might be off by a year, but they went out a bit. They stopped making this particular one. You see that warping here? Can you see that little bit of a warp? And then how it's separating? The light bulb within just warped this, so it just didn't last, and they only made it for the 1 year. But these still do work. That's a pretty rare box to have with the original saucer.
Yes. Crystal star lamps.
Aren't those fun?
Space looking.
Yeah, really tough to find the box.
Yeah.
That's why I love having the box, because it lets the viewer see what it would have been like back in the day.
If you were to buy it,
79 cents. Could you imagine that?
Antiques are so much fun.
I love antiques.
You and my dad have taught me to have an appreciation for this kind of stuff.
Well, and that's why we like these shows like Antiques Roadshow and American Pickers. It's just takes you back in time, and I love it.
Yeah, and preserves history.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. And again, please comment down below if you have any questions. He will answer them. I will text him right away and then comment back to you guys.
Thank you, my dear niece.
Yes, of course.
God bless you. Merry
I'm
Christmas,
so glad
everyone.
we did this.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, if it wasn't just for you guys, I would have wanted to film this anyways, because I want to remember this for the rest of my life. So I'm just sharing it with you. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.